All right, we'll go ahead and get started, Coach, if you wouldn't mind opening up with a statement, and then we'll take questions.
Yeah, again, I give God all the praise, getting this far. Didn't end the way we wanted it to end, but I'm proud of this group.
All right, we'll take questions down here to the right.
Coach, just talk about kind of some things you did well and some things that could work on a little bit out there regarding today's game.
Things we did well early, we got the ball inside, kind of pounded it inside. The things we could have did better was shot the ball better. Could have knocked down some shots to help the inside. When they packed the paint on Dane in the second half, we didn't make enough shots to kind of help open it back up.
Okay. Take one from the red hat there.
This is for Dane, Tim Booth from the AP, or for the Seattle Times. You had a nice run there in the first half, early second half, and then I think you went scoreless the last 12-ish minutes of the game. Did Colorado State change anything on you or that last stretch and how they were defending you?
Yeah, it packed it in, just like Coach said. So I was really just looking for my teammates. We got some open looks. We just couldn't knock them down.
Okay, right here in the middle.
Jeff Calkins from the Daily Memphian. Penny, I know you don't want to make excuses, but you obviously missed Tyrese. How much of an impact did that have on today? And then I guess your thoughts on the season now that it's over.
Yeah, obviously we missed our leader. That's our vocal leader, our best defensive guard, the guy that gets after people and understands and his leadership and his experience. We definitely missed that. The season we did is not a failure, obviously, because we did well won the regular season and the conference championship. It's just unfortunate how it ended here.
Questions?
Lindsay Schnell, The Athletic. Sorry. Lindsay Schnell, The Athletic. Penny, what can you say in a post-game locker room like that? Like your point, the season isn't a failure, but obviously you guys are really frustrated. And this is a program that has a history of long NCAA tournament runs, but it's been a long time since Memphis has had one.
Yeah, it's just you tell this group, unfortunately, the way it ended, it's not how we wanted it to end. We had an opportunity to do some special things and just couldn't get it done. And, I still told that group, that I was proud of them and that they should hold their heads high. We wanted to go further, obviously, but just the thing, everything wasn't in our favor today.
Over down here.
Yeah, for the student athletes, anything different coming into a game where it's it's all on the line? Anything different in that preparation?
I won't say anything different, just more attention to detail, be more desperate. It's win or go home, so I don't look at it as pressure, but more of like a great opportunity. So I wouldn't say anything different, but just I guess more excitement, more desperate to win.
Back row over there.
Coach, Max Gross, Spirit 105.3. You've been really outspoken in your faith. How does that help you after a setback, a loss like this today?
Yes, it's life, and you got to handle adversity. This is adversity, and I trust God in every situation, no matter what. I'm an ultimate competitor, and when things go bad, you have to rely on that. I rely on that.
This is for Dane, Jeff Calkins from the Daily Memphian. Second half obviously didn't go for the team the way you wanted it to. You had a monster first half. And how would you describe this season and the progress in your game, the experience you've had at Memphis, Dane?
Yeah, I feel like it's been well for me. Learned a lot of things, created good relationships, with the coaches, with my teammates. I learned a lot this year. Starting off from the first game, I feel like I've grown so much, even off the court. Even just as a man, I feel like Coach here has helped me out with a lot of things, just the small details of things and just being a pro.
Lindsay?
Lindsay Schnell, The Athletic. Penny, kind of a big picture question for you. When you were hired, you came in, you had a ton of AAU connections and thought this guy's going to be a great recruiter, and obviously you're a relationally based person, but in the era of NIL, do you think that being a great recruiter matters anymore, or is it just about who's going to write the biggest check?
I think a little bit it matters because you try to build a relationship, but in the overall scheme of things, it's about the money, to be very honest with you. But, you know, I still try to have some relationship with the guys, but in this era, it's more about who can give you the most money.
Reminder, if we have any questions from the Zoom, please raise your hand. Any questions in the room? Lindsay, go ahead.
I have a follow-up to that, Penny. So how do you win in this era? Do you think that you have to, if you can't write the biggest check, is it about we better have a killer strategy every game? Like, obviously you have talent. You guys seem to have a decent NIL pool compared to a lot of other schools across the country.
Yeah, it's you got to have the chemistry. You got to have the guys that have the care factor, right? That they want to play for the name on the front and not just the name on the back, or more for it on the front. The NIL is important. I mean, but you also have to be lucky as well, you know, and not have injuries. When you have injuries, sometimes that derails everything.
We're going to take two from the Zoom here. First, Jason Munns. Go ahead, Jason.
Jason Munns, Commercial Appeal. Penny, it's probably not easy in this moment to compare the way this season has ended to the way previous seasons have ended, but when you do kind of look at it like that, is the way this season ended a little, like, is it any more difficult to swallow than, say, the way last season ended?
I would say yes, because of Tyrese going down in the conference semifinal game. It's the same way Caleb went down last year. I mean, it's just, you got to have some luck. And when Tyrese went down, we knew it was going to hurt because he's a guy that's been here before. You need as much experience as you can. That team went to the NCAA last year, beat Virginia the first round, and then lost to Texas the next round. And Tyrese was the one that was in that game that guarded Stevens the entire game. So it makes a big difference. So, yeah, this to me is different in some ways because Tyrese being down and the guy that we really relied on the most for all the experience.
Excuse me. We'll take a follow-up from Jason. Go ahead.
Yeah, quick follow-up. You know, the some of the stuff that gets said at times at this time of year, times like these, is, you know, it just keeps getting pointed out that the lack of success in the NCAA tournament. Do you think about that in a time like this, or, you know, do you think that that's gonna stick with you as you go into this off season?
You know, if it does, that comes along with the job. Like, we want to make deep runs in March, and we haven't done that yet. It doesn't matter what happened in either of those games. I haven't gotten it done yet. Just got to get better. You know, I understand that's going to be the subject. You just have to grow from it and just keep getting better, and that's what I'm doing.
All right, we'll take one from Roman Cleary on the Zoom, and then one more from the room, and then we'll call it. Go ahead, Roman.
Hi, Penny. Roman Cleary, Bluff City Media. You've overcome a lot of different hurdles this year, from, you know, finally winning the regular season conference title and, you know, winning a lot of games in the regular season, single-digit losses in the regular season for, I believe, the first time in your tenure, or second time. But the one thing that still has yet to be overcome with the loss today is, you know, how can you get to the second weekend of the tournament moving forward? What do you think is it going to take for you to kind of get past that after this?
You just got to keep recruiting. You got to get the guys in here that care. You got to have the luck of not having any injuries. And you just got to keep getting better. I mean, I understand that goes along with this. I fully understand, you know, what the postseason is all about. And it's just really unfortunate for us that we haven't been able to get over the hump for various reasons. If you've watched our NCAA runs the last 3 years, the first year didn't finish the game against Gonzaga. The second year lost at the buzzer, and then this year you lose, and then you don't have Tyrese. So, you know, I know how it's viewed, and I just have to continue to get better and keep growing.
One last one from in the room. Go ahead.
Hey, man, congratulations on the season and getting here nonetheless. Cameron Buford, Voice of the Fans. For the players, coming off the NIL question, and you're hearing your coach say it's all about the money, what else is it that would attract you to a program that gets you guys to get there and stay and perform the best you can?
Well, I think for me it was just having a chance to play in March. I never had a chance, never was close to it, so that was kind of a big thing in my decision. And then, you know, having a platform of playing like our non-conference schedule, playing against the best competition, and then just trying to, you know, better myself professionally, being around guys like Dane, PJ, and being around Coach Penny, you know, future pros and a pro in himself. I just felt like that was the best thing, best decision for me, being around that, soaking up that knowledge, and then playing on this stage. So that's kind of what goes into it.
Yeah, for me, it was just, for me, I feel like my biggest thing was development and just being around a pro. You know, I sacrificed and I turned down a lot of schools just to come here and just being able to play in games like this. You know, I wanted to win. I wanted to go to the team that wanted to win. You know, I talked to multiple guys. I talked to Tyrese, Musa, PJ before I even committed here. And, you know, we all just bought in. We all just wanted to win at the end of the day. It was never about the money or anything. We just wanted to play in games like this. For me, it was just, like I said, just being under a pro and just somebody who you look up to.
All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, gentlemen.